Yes. Oh. I can't see. I remember the last thing my mum said to me. She's come to me. She says, she says to me, "You're not right in the head, are you?" What do you mean I'm not right in the head, Mum? We've got that thing wrong with you. What thing? But you're not right in the head, are you? I feel fine. I think I'm fine. As long as you think you're fine. As long as you think you're fine. Do I really sound like this? Yeah, Mum, you fucking cunt. You do. What do you mean? You do sound like that. And you look like that bastard hobbit from the beginning of Lord of the Rings. The one who's like... What do you mean I look like that one from the Lord of the Rings? That hobbit at the beginning who stood at the gate staring at Gandalf. Mum, you're a freak. There's no way about it. She said that to me because I quit my job. I quit another job. Like she thought I was going to live to my nana's ripe old age of 100 working in a cafe. Just couldn't do it. I had to quit. Just couldn't. The general public were arseholes. I had to leave. I've just always had this attitude with jobs. I can't keep them. I get bored, I move on. I get bored, I move on. I get bored, I move on. I get bored and I move on. Why do I sound like me mum now? It's not difficult to comprehend. I get bored and I move on. Is that all right? It goes back to when I used to be a teacher and I left because I didn't really know what I was going to do. I just knew that I didn't want to be a teacher anymore. So I had a little look about what other jobs there were and I thought, you know what? Someone's got to do it. I'll be the Messiah. Now I had a little look up on LinkedIn. It wasn't exactly a salaried role, but I also didn't really know how LinkedIn worked, so I didn't care. I googled the definition. Apparently a Messiah is someone who's got a following. At the time I had 29 followers on Instagram, so I was already beating Jesus. And someone who's got a message. And I thought, what's my message? And I went back to this time when I had this awful, amazing trip on acid. When watching Star Trek, I realised that there's no point to existence. You know, Star Trek does that. You know, Riker's doing his old Riker sit on the... Geordie's looking at some bar charts. Deanna Troy's having a baby and it's an alien. Push! Make it so. Yeah. So my message... Star Trek, I got a little bit, man. Get off. Yeah, man. So that's me, the Messiah. My message, simple. There's no such thing as existence. Go home and tell that to your kids. Hello, little Jimmy. You know there's no existence. Papa, but what does that mean? Well, Jimmy, you little piece of shit. Maybe you should listen to me. Oh, and if you didn't understand that, there's no point to existence. It's like